I'm so sorry if people don't like feet. This is, you can just skip this. So it is Sunday the 27th of April. So it's going into week 2. Just for context, I'm going to kind of do these weeks Saturday to a Saturday. So I know it's a little bit random, but I just thought, because I want to post them on a Sunday, it'll be a little bit better to do it like that. So everything's going to be kind of like a week behind. So hopefully people can follow along the journey that way as well. But yeah, so yesterday we had our client photo shoot, which had 15 people. It was absolutely insane. I'll throw up some photos or videos as I'm talking. Kind of just people that have been on like 4 to 3 months worth of prep and showcasing the results that they've got with working with us. So that kind of took out the day that I could run. Normally it's on a Saturday. So I've moved it over today. I don't normally run on Sundays because it's check-in day. Halfway through them currently, gonna try and do probably half of that half, then go for my run, and then I'll do the remaining half in the evening. I stayed up for the Conor Benn Eubank fight, which was probably one of the best fights I've watched in terms of just slogging. I know if you like watching technical fights, they are good as well, but this one was all out, just basically a brawl. And I was actually rooting for Eubank to win, so kind of happy that he won. It's very against what people want, as he's normally booed and hated. I don't know if I like Ben, he just seems a bit too, Conor I should say, he seems a bit too angry all the time. So when I do the run, it's going to be a 5k, it's rolling 300, so I'll pick up the phone as I'm running, and I have gathered from the last one, I'm very bad at capturing clips as I'm running, so hopefully that'll improve the further and further we get into this. So that is the run done. It was 5k, did it in 30 minutes and 40 seconds, not too bad. Had to have a pit stop halfway through, but luckily I'm basically in fields. So the runs were 1.2k warm up, then it was a rolling 300, so 300 meters, and that was one at 5:50 to 6:15 I think, and then the faster pace was at like 5:05 to 5:15. So yeah, I was one stage running at 4:25. God, I could feel that stitch coming, but got it done. And now we're gonna get back and got 5 check-ins left and just then chill for the evening. We now have a progressive long run. Excuse the very questionable bedding. It's just what my dad's blessed me with. So yeah, we have a 4.5k tempo run, which isn't too bad. Tomorrow is a long run. When I say long run, it's probably not long for some people. I think it's like 6k. But what we've got to do is a warm up, and then we have 1k at 5:35 to 5:55. Then I've got another 1k, I just need to move it down. Another 1k at 5:10 to 5:30. Another 1k at 5:05 to 5:25. And then it is a 500 meter cool down. I think I'm going to go down the same path that I did with the other run. Reason being is it's like just over 2.5k there. I think it was, or it might be 2.3. It was around that, and then obviously the run back, and it was actually quite nice to be able to record stuff as well. It's just a long path. Part of it's kind of like a dirt path, and then the other one's like a road, because there's a house at the bottom of it, and I was just running up and down that to finish part of my run on Sunday, because it was actually really just nice, and there is a bit of elevation, but like literally no one's down there, so it gives me a chance to just kind of pace myself as well. So it's like it was one of the runs where I've fully stuck to the pacing, which felt really good, apart from like one stage where I thought in my head, let's just test what sub 20-minute 5k pace feels like. My God, wasn't worth it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get ready, and then I'll do a little warm-up. Probably will not record that, as I believe I recorded the last one. And then I also didn't work out today. Yesterday I did a chest and shoulders, and then was meant to go this morning, couldn't get up, I think, while I'm here, just because it's like a little bit, it's like 10 minutes of driving, or like 15-20 minute walk. It's just fucking annoying because I haven't been able to get insured on the car, as I've been driving 11 months and like 3 weeks. 11 months and 1 week I've been driving, and you need to be driving 12 months for insurance. So I'm a little bit short this time. Do I ask Freya to drive me? I feel kind of bad. So I'm just going to reduce my training period when here, just because I am still quite busy with work. It's not like I'm on a holiday. So I'll probably go down to 4 gym sessions a week. I'll just do upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. I'm going to try and swim on Thursday as well though. And then tomorrow I am going back to my old barber to get my haircut and just basically have a chat with him. Just like a catch up, as I feel I've had to find a new barber. Wednesday is probably going to be, it's normally my chill day, but today I've kind of just spent it editing YouTube. I've done some small tasks, I've had a couple of calls, so it's kind of been a little bit of a chill day as well. I've got some things that I want to build in terms of like just behind the scenes automation style things for the business. So I'll probably just play around with that. I know Freya wants to go to Miller and Carter, so I forgot I had a haircut, so I need to talk to her about that and basically just let her down gently and say maybe let's go on Thursday instead, because she wants to go for lunch. And I don't have any calls on Thursday, which is not ideal. And I've just got the swim and stuff, so I'll plan around that. I've got gym and swim, then I can go to Miller and Carter. It's a little bit of a travel away, but she really wants to go to that. So yeah, I'm gonna get on this run. I'll capture as much as I can. Tomorrow I'll try and capture some food that I'm having. I will be like honest, I've not been eating the greatest, as in hitting my calories. I've been massively under eating for some reason. I just feel like there's no food in this house because it's not my house. And we've been saying let's go day to day. It's all right when you go day to day, when I can actually go out and get it, but Freya's been a little bit more social than me, so she's been out with the car and I've not been able to go and get the food. So today has been quite a random day, but I'll try and show some stuff tomorrow just so it keeps me a little bit more accountable to it as well. But yeah, gonna get changed and get out and do this run. So that is that run done. It was meant to be a progressive run where basically I get quicker at each kilometre, but my body just wasn't feeling it today, so I just turned it into an easy run and thought I would just get some miles in the legs rather than trying to tank it, hating it and potentially risking an injury. Tomorrow's run, I might swap it with what today's was meant to be, or just do another easy depending on how my body feels. I'm looking at more to get as much volume in as possible rather than, if I have to veer off the plan slightly day to day. One negative of not having a coach, I don't know what I would ask him, saying, oh God, got a little bit of pain in like the front of my leg. Everyone's going to say shin splints. I don't think it is. I think it's just like maybe my body's not used to this much volume. So yeah, gonna probably do another light one tomorrow. Then we have a rest day, which will be good to go swimming, just to kind of kick everything out. Then we got Friday. Then on Saturday, I'm meant to be doing a 10k with my friends. Hopefully that's nice and slow, and just to feel the 10k distance, because the furthest I've been is 9.6 I think, but that was intervals, so not as long as like a 10k normal straight running. So yeah, I'm just walking back now as like part of a cool down as well. I think I'm also going to do some stretches and just try and like stretch everything out properly. I'm going to put it down to it's also a day of being like under fueled and not like hydrating as well as I normally do, but going to be like nice and strict with myself tomorrow. Once we get back, gonna have dinner and gonna have like a yogurt bowl as well, and just consume as many calories as I need to hit my calorie goal. And then get to the gym tomorrow morning, run in the evening. I'm kind of enjoying that little split at the moment, which I can't do in Dubai just because of the heat. But when I'm back there, it'll be the other way around. So yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow and I'll show you some food that I have tomorrow. It's kind of gone. I went to the gym in the morning. We did upper, so I've kind of switched how I train just while I'm back, because I'm actually a little bit busier than I expected I would be. So we're just doing upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, and kind of just fitting them in as many as I can during the week. Didn't swim today, but gonna swim tomorrow, and I'm gonna do, I didn't do upper today, I did lower. So yeah, lower, then we're gonna run this evening. Tomorrow I'm gonna swim, and I've also got a run to do, and I'm also gonna try and train upper, so a 3-session day tomorrow, which I'll try and make sure I record most of it. But this is kind of like a pre-run snack that I'm having. So we went to Miller and Carter today, but it's currently, so you fry these together, the banana and the dates with the honey, and then it's just with some skyr. And that's kind of just like nice and quick. Gonna run at like 7:30. It's gonna be another easy run. It's meant to be 5.5. Gonna aim to do 6 just because I cut the last run by 500 the other day, so I thought let's just make sure we get the volume in. 6.5k long run on Saturday, but I'm doing a 10k with friends, maybe 10k, who knows how far we go, which will be a little bit different because I'm not used to running with people, and that's normally where I can't pace myself because ego takes over, but we'll see how that goes. So gonna cook this, I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. It actually tastes really good, looks like, and here it is, looking all beautiful. So we'll get this and then I'll pick it up just before the run. About to go out for the run. Freya's already walking as she's got to, I'm basically going to be walking past, running past her every so often and just having a little bit of conversation. It's going to be a 6k at a conversational / easy pace, but wanted to show you this. The Vaseline has been doing absolute wonders for the blisters. Basically been putting it on the inside of both my feet where mainly I get blisters from, and it's really helping. Not having any new ones, still got the old ones, but it's kind of adding like a seal over them. And then I also got this today, which is, but it's a tripod. So this part is metal or magnet and sticks to the metal, and then this part is like suction based, so I can put it on the phone and kind of do like in the gym stuff. I could probably also do like stuff in the car. Also left my microphone on, which I've noticed I probably should use microphones with this. I'm currently just raw dogging it, going with the phone. So maybe next time I'll set up some microphones so I sound a little bit better. But when I was editing the last one, it sounded okay. So yeah, I'm also going to look again one of them like DJJ 300s or something. I'll probably completely butcher what it is. It's kind of like a portable camera that you can hold by the hand and it kind of like spins with you. So I can do like talks on the runs, because at the moment carrying my phone and kind of like bouncing around like this is, it's quite heavy when I'm trying to do a little bit of a conversation. So we can start doing them in like future ones, as I'll have a look into that when I get back to Dubai and see which ones like the best ones to go for. So gonna go do this run. That is 6k, it's meant to be 5.5, easy run. I think, you know, I did a 650 kilometer. There was like 1 or 2 walked bits in it. One, I got lost in the small village nearby, and then the second part was just like I was walking for a little bit with Freya in between runs and kind of like running a bit faster, walking a little bit slower, to kind of keep the heart rate the same, but to be able to do most of the running. But I wasn't too much in it. And then yeah, it was just the part where I got lost and had to pull out the phone and look where I was. So I'd probably say it's a 5 out of 10. My body's aching. I need to do some sort of recovery to get rid of it. So if anyone's got any pointers, just let me know. So today it's meant to be I think a 7.5k, but I'm gonna be running with some friends, so I'm doing 10. Well, I think it's gonna be 10. Could be like 9. I think we just said let's kind of run and see how far and what we do. So I'm just kind of getting ready for that. I think I'm going in an hour and a half, which will be quite good because I got up a little bit later. Saturday, went out for Italian last night, so good bit of carbs there. But also I got in at 12:30, and that's quite late for me. I'm normally asleep by 10:30, but I'm basically just gonna prep my feet now, and I've spoken about my blisters a few times, so I thought it'd be worth just me showing. I'm so sorry if people don't like feet. This is you can just skip this. So I have these blisters. They're not really blisters anymore, they're kind of like where they were. So I've got one there, and then I've also got one here. Had one turn into like a blood blister, which was the most painful one. So I think it's just going to be, maybe that's like a continuous thing until I get some better socks, and maybe get like one of them tests to see how I run, because maybe my shoes aren't the right ones, but we'll see. So yeah, I will try and capture some bits as I run. I'll also pick this up after and just talk about how I felt, just because it's been a pretty heavy week for my legs. They haven't felt like they've recovered that well. So like I normally do 4 runs. I do have a tempo run as well. I might try and do it tomorrow, but I'm also contemplating just sticking to the 3 this week, more doing like the volume side of things rather than focusing on like the speed, and then kind of go into that next week back into the 4 runs. Especially when I'm back in Dubai, I think it will be a little bit easier to do them, especially with my recovery of like cycles and swims. It's a little bit easier as well.